I grew up witnessing several problems in Ethiopia, in my village, in my country, around my home. I got the opportunity for schooling when opportunities were rare. For junior school, I had to go to about 17 kilometers. Walking on foot, at that time, there's no way to think of cars or vehicle transport. So I had to do that to attend junior school. And a lot of my peers, many of them were not in fact going at all to the school. A lot of my peers dropped out because it's not easy to pay for transport, to pay for food and house rent, and to be away from home and continue studying. Well, there are so many problems. Lack of peace and stability, lack of infrastructure, health services, education, lack of technology to improve agricultural productivity, ethnic conflicts. So if you go to rural areas, they are not asking you for a park or they are not asking you for an airport. They ask basic services like clean water, electricity. That should have been there in the first place. These problems exist mainly because of mismanagement and lack of good governance, which really perpetuates the cycle of poverty. And also, a lot of resources are usually channeled to buy armaments because of lack of peace and stability. Governments usually spend a lot of resources, to ensure their security, to maintain their power. So I grew up with a lot of challenges also, and crossing the big river to go to school, to go to anywhere in the world, which makes, every journey, every day, a very difficult one, a challenging one. And a lot of people cross that river and trains, and then it overfloods, and I was witnessing a lot of people being taken away. Somehow decided that I should do something. We managed to build that bridge, and the community was relieved. I would say now this is the most celebrated still. Of all the projects I did, bridge is the most celebrated one. And it really solved their perennial problem. And it changed also a lot in terms of connecting people. No loss of life, no loss of property is reported since the bridge is in place. And this is for me the most gratifying thing to know. Now the children got to cross the river safely, but there is no school. The lack of quality education is also another issue. I think it's quality education that transformed many of the countries in the world, which somehow also solves most of these problems that I listed. So I started working on something very close to my heart. The next project was upgrading the elementary school that I went to into a high school. And that required additional classrooms, a library, laboratory, and other facilities that Ministry of Education requirements. That was upgraded to high school. That means there was a need for another elementary school. And that was my next project. After that, preparatory school. And that also required, again, additional buildings, additional facilities. I continued doing that. Another elementary school, another high school, another high school. I've been building several schools in different places in my area for the last 15 years. And I think every 1 year or 2 years, we have opened or inaugurated one school or library or laboratory facility. And other than that, I request donations from my university, from other places. A lot of small things, providing furniture for school, computers, supporting all kinds of translation of books into local language. In terms of schooling, it's so gratifying that now thousands and thousands of students are now accessing quality education close to their home. I feel so proud of giving opportunity for others to study and build a capacity, which in turn contributes, in fact, to the development of the country. So in so many ways, I feel that, I have made a very humble contribution in terms of making a difference in the lives of thousands of people in so many different ways.